So the next step in your video production is lights, camera, action. Now it's not as easy as you think. There's a number of interesting technical things that you need to do. If you're going to video yourself with your home camera or your cell phone, then take note of a few of these little aspects. The first point that you've got to realize is the quality of your sound needs to be perfect. Now we're using wireless mics here of a really good quality, so we're able to glean out a lot of the noises that might be evident, but you don't want barking dogs and motor cars and buses and aeroplanes flying over it to interfere with your sound. It's also got to be good quality. It's no use going around and having sound like this because nobody can actually hear you. Make sure your sound is great and your microphone is well positioned and that your quality of sound is really great. You also don't want ruffling of clothes against the microphone. So if you're filming outdoors, make sure that the wind and all that sort of stuff, the sound has to be number one priority. The second priority is lights. Now we're shooting in a studio here. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights shining on me now, and for really good reason we've set them up so it's nice and clear, nice, and there's no shadows, and it eliminates a lot of the stuff. You don't want to be shooting in sunlight where you've got partial shadow over your face and it's just looking really grotty. Now the camera as well, most cameras are pretty good. Cell phone cameras are adequate but not the best. So I would really advise that you use somebody who's got a good video camera and knows how to use all the buttons. I know auto is the favorite setting of mine, but we also know how to use all the buttons. You want to get all the light balance and that right. So make sure that your sound, your lighting and your camera are of good quality and of good setup, because ultimately you want people to engage you and to be able to watch you. Now another thing that we're doing here is that you've noticed we've changed the background, and for good reason, because if you look here just like that, I can turn the background off and you can see behind me this green screen. Now this is a green box in a studio, and a simple click of the fingers and you can put me anywhere that you want, and I can change again, and I can be walking down the street. So we can do all sorts of clever things with this, but again it requires a bit of expertise and a bit of know-how, and obviously the correct camera, lights and software. So if in doubt, just shoot on a plain background. I love the one shot in people's offices with a library behind them, and that's all sort of nice. So make sure that you've got the correct environment, the correct sound quality and the correct expertise around that. You also want to be able to edit out any and take those out, so then it runs smoothly and you're not jumping around and poor editing. So we've shown you some examples of good and bad and not so good. So ultimately make your videos engaging, make them fun, make them well lit, make them clear to listen to, and then people will want to engage you and come and embrace your videos with you. So in conclusion, make sure that everything is correct. Practice, practice, practice. Do some rehearsals. Video yourself, watch that, get it right, and your lesson quality will be top notch. I'm going to swim now.